And over to Celtic. Celtic obviously doing excellently in Europe with a great recent result against Leipzig. Is there money for them to spend in January to try and make a big Champions League push? First time getting out of the group stages, or league stages as it's now called, in a little bit of time.
Well, we know there's money, and certainly you're right. They've managed to turn around their performances quite well in Europe. That was a big result against Leipzig, and really good luck to them for that. It's fantastic. There is money in the bank. There's also money from European games coming through from the new Champions League format. So there's no doubt they've got money. I do believe the board will open the wallet to a degree to try and give Brendan the chance to go further in the European stages. That would be very important for them. It won't be significant in terms of, I don't think there'll be anything more than maybe 5 to 10 million that could be made available. But Celtic have proven they can get young talent in. The problem is getting them acclimatised now for the European games going forward. And can you get players of a quality in that can actually make a difference in European games? Or are you just looking to strengthen your squad, looking to go forward in the league and then get ready again for next season in Europe? So those are the two sort of decisions they're going to have to make right now. If they were to bring in some real quality to make a difference for Europe, you're going to be looking at spending 25 to 30 million, in my opinion, to try and make that difference. But with the Champions League revenue coming in, that's not beyond imagination to if you have a brave board to try and do it. So let's just see what decision they jump on. But that's how I'd be looking at it right now.
With news of Leeds getting £10 million a year from their Adidas deal, can Celtic use that to up their deal, considering, Celtic are playing in the Champions League. Leeds are simply just playing in the Championship. Obviously, the Championship, massive league as well, but Celtic should have a bit of a leg in that negotiation, no?
Well, those contracts will already have been written, and there will be bonuses in there for that they're proceeding through the Champions formats, and so Celtic will already know what their bonuses are going to be, and I'm sure they're going to be sizable. Because the kit sales for Celtic are certainly they're a big club to get the merchandise for, so they will know what that bonus is, and that'll all be factored into what the board will consider spending, as we said, if they can get through to the next stages. They've got every chance now to try and do that, and it's whether they're going to try really have a go at this or not. That depends how brave the board is, and the pressure will be on them to make that decision.
And 2/3 of Celtic fans believe the club should have an independently elected fan advisory board, according to new research from the University of Glasgow. Respondents were unhappy with Celtic's level of fan engagement, with it largely being viewed as average, although 1 in 4 fans, 25% of fans, believe it's either poor or very poor. Are you surprised to hear this?
Look, the relationship between Celtic, the club itself, and their fan base, and certain elements of the fan base, has always been very, very problematic. The group called the Green Brigade, of course, has been written about many times, and their relationship with the club, along with the whole groups of different fan bases, of the fans at Celtic Park, on what they call the North Curve, which is composed of different groups. It's a very complex situation revolving around politics in general, world politics, and the way that the club is used as a voice, mouthpiece, and a voice for different causes. It makes it very, very hard in terms of having a relationship with those elements of the fan base. A fan advisory board, even when they're represented, isn't going to be enough. This is a much bigger issue than that. There's also lots of threats of violence in the past, of things that have happened, and it's very difficult for the board to stand up to this sort of element within the fan bases. So I would say that any normal club would say yes, fan advisory boards. And when I was at Villa, we had a very strong fan advisory board. But at Celtic, it's a very unique situation that has to be handled and looked at. It's going to be difficult for the board to really stand up, as I say, to these elements. And they've got to find a way to do it, though. There's got to be some communication that's got to be opened up, because, as your question indicated, there's been a bit of a breakdown in terms of the way that the club and the fan base communicates together. But it is, as I say, it's a complex situation, and it's going to take some time and some real thought as to how that is best structured. But a normal fan advisory board, I don't think, is the simple answer to it.